I applied for so many jobs, but there's just no jobs out there. So I thought, oh, I'll give it a go in the army.
My parents and my friends all, you know, they think I'm a role model for them, my younger brothers and sisters.
Most of my family's Maori. It does drive me to become more than what I am, and just to get out there and do it.
Everything's going to be a challenge, just working at it, giving it, say, 120%.
My focus is just 12 weeks. You do what they tell you to do, you do it.
My end goal is to be the Chief of General Staff. They follow whispers in the old Prime Minister's ears and tells how much money we need for the army and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to be that fellow, the big man at the top there.
Each year, the Army recruits young New Zealanders to fill its ranks. This is Recruit Course 305. They're on a 12-week slog to have Civvy Street knocked out of them and Army discipline drilled in. Among them, 6 young Maori. Katane Hepe, leaving behind his young daughter. He's 18 from Ngāti Tuwharetoa.
Not in there.
Richard Kareko, 17, Ngāpui. Big ambitions, this boy, but 12 weeks is a long time. Joe Totoro, 23, Ngāti Porou, the oldest in the group. He'll have to fit into a barracks full of teenagers. Kelvin Richardson, 19, Te Arawa. Once did some modelling, now getting into high explosives. Venetia McKinnon, 20, Ngāti Maniapoto. Her brother is a boxing champ. There's fighting spirit in the family.
Bring the knees up to the chest.
Kylie Ratapu, 18, Te Arawa. Just out of school and determined to make it all the way through. For our recruits, it's 12 weeks of explosions, marching, machine guns, mud, and people shouting, trying to turn them into tomorrow's soldiers. The Army has 3 recruit courses a year, and this one will have 178 people hoping to make it through. Recruits come from just about everywhere in the country, and today the Air Force has turned on the VIP treatment. Just off the plane, their first lesson about Army orders.
You make sure that when you go and pick up all your bags that you've got everything, all right? If it hasn't come off the plane, let me know before the plane flies north to Auckland.
Well, that seems simple enough. In Auckland, they're getting their own lesson.
What did I say the dress was for today? Gentlemen, I said bloody ties. I didn't say sunnies, casual gears, beach clothes or anything else. That's what I said. Before you get on that bloody bus, you get appropriately dressed. When you get to Waru, people will be waiting for you to tear you to pieces for any reason possible.
The course will be full of new experiences. Ironing will be one of them.
Oh, yeah.
The baggage handling is going well, but perhaps a bit too enthusiastically. In Auckland, Richardson's family has taken time off work to come and say goodbye, and the atmosphere here is friendly. At Ohakia, things are a bit more tense.
We're unloading the vehicle, reason being is that the recruits have gone and decided to load up all the bags, right? Finding that a lot of the soldiers' bags have been loaded up as well. They won't be disciplined because of putting everyone's bags on the truck. It's just that they should have listened a little bit more carefully to what was being said.
No such problems for the Aucklanders.
Bye-bye for 12 weeks to freedom. And get down there and do your best. Okay, when I say move, you know what to do, onto the buses and we're out of here. Move!
Ladies first? Yeah.
It'll be about 5 hours to Waru. Time to get to know the other recruits and find out who has the best info on how tough the course will really be. And already some people are showing their leadership potential. About 20% of these recruits will drop out, but nobody's having second thoughts yet.
Be a challenge, just working at it, giving it, say, 120%, but I'm willing to take the challenge and take every step of it.
And the scenery looks fantastic, until you have to march through it in a full pack and webbing. As soon as they arrive at camp, the recruits are drafted into 4 platoons. The platoon will be their new family. And like any family, there are going to be ups and downs. It's something that worries McKinnon. In the middle of everyone getting sorted, the 5 o'clock bugle. Everything stops while the flag is lowered.
Pick up your bags and follow me.
But it's not the end of the day for the recruits. It's just the beginning.
Step off with your left, your right foot comes
The
up.
bags have made it safely to Waru. But before they're unpacked, the recruits are introduced to the finer points of marching drill.
Bringing the left arm up.
There will be a lot of marching on the course. It's a way of building the team and absorbing army discipline.
They're not used to discipline, nor are a lot of other people who are very unfamiliar with the military, but they come to us knowing that there is a standard of discipline that has to be upheld.
Their first hour in camp will set the tone for the coming weeks. Every moment of their day will be filled.
You're just on the go the whole time, and if you're not doing fatigues or something like that, you're marching, and everywhere you go, you're marching. So,
Sat down at lunch the other day, and I was just left, right, and my arm was ticking in time, and I was sitting there. It's like skiing. You go skiing, you go to bed at night, and you still think you're going down a slope. So I was sitting eating dinner, and my arm was still going up and down. I was still holding my fork in my hand.
For now, marching is an art still to be acquired.
All of it there. Swing team. Okay, plug up. Take off their attention. Let's go. Left foot, right foot forward. Left arm to the rear. Everyone call out a short,
But
sharp
it's
leg.
something that affects minds and bodies, as the drills get them moving to the rhythm of army life. And coming up, their first day of army life will be a real shocker.
I think my biggest challenge would be probably doing the PT, the fitness.
I'm not all that fit, but I'll get there. I'll get there.
When they bring the physical stuff into it, that's going to be hard too, but I say bring it on.
Yeah, I just don't want to get yelled at by any of the NCOs. So I'm trying to keep to myself, stay in the background.
You just got to take it. They don't only pick on you, they pick on everyone, but it's for a good cause.
Part of the introduction to army life is the recruit's first visit to the marae.
Poppies.
This will become something of a focus for all the recruits, because this particular marae is for all of them, even if they aren't Maori.
It also represents...
Today's visit helps the 60 Maori recruits on this course connect to their own warrior past.
And every Anzac Day, we come in here...
And that's something the Army recognises.
They can bring in some of that culture that they have. And a lot of it can be that the warrior culture, so to speak, which is what the Army is striving to get from a lot of Māori people, because they have that.
Almost the end of day one.
On the command move, I want to see a blur of movement as you sprint over there at high velocity and get ready for dinner. Don't trample each other. Move. The first mess meal.
The old saying that an army marches on its stomach suddenly means something to these guys. And there's nothing like a spot of marching to settle a big meal. Living in a room with 7 other people will be a new experience for most recruits. And so is the Army barber.
You're a new man now. As you can see here, turn around. You must have the regulation bald spot. Okay, that's a by accident there. You gotta have that edge character. If you don't have that, it's not a real haircut. Okay, from here, smooth style. That way you can run faster and pass the Zarafel.
Homesickness hasn't had a chance to set in yet, but at the end of their first busy day, there's still time to post the first letter home to Mum.
Let's go. Get out of bed. Candles on.
Day 2.
Shower, toiletries, get down the shower block.
The outside temperature is less than 0, and this morning their first experience of rush hour, Army style.
Getting up early, 6 o'clock, going for 5-minute showers, or not even that long, about a minute.
And you just got to get in the shower and go, and then out again, and then you're running down the hallway, and then you've got to make your bed and get dressed and do this and do that. So that was a bit of a challenge.
Get noise down.
Already, the Army is teaching them things their mothers never could.
Well, the first things to do was learn how to iron our shirts. That's probably the hardest thing so far. Making the beds, being out in the corridors in time, listening to the corporals or sergeants.
Richardson and Happy are in the same room. And every bed must be made perfectly. On this first cold morning, the recruits have some fears about what to expect.
I think they get a little bit of a shock because they have this perception that we will be beasting them right from the start, and it doesn't happen.
It's going to be hard, and I make no apologies for that. We're not here to break you. We're not here to take away your individuality, but we are here to make you all members of a team.
And getting the team uniform is something McKinnon has been looking forward to.
Getting our kit was quite funny because we had our shorts on and our t-shirts on. We had to quickly shove everything else on. And you'd have these big bulky clothes on, and then you have to move on.
Average for your pantyhose?
Today, the recruits will be issued with a uniform worth $3,000. More clothes than many of them have ever had before.
Putting uniform on for the first time was exciting. Basically thought, yes, we're in the New Zealand Army. Yeah, you feel that, everything's the parts.
I just couldn't wait to get all my kit on me. Just getting all my uniform and stuff would blend in with the rest of the Army. Felt a pretty good feeling here.
It will take 2 days to get all the kit issued. For now, though, the challenge is to make sure it fits.
Stand up. Do this. Is it pulling across your back? Elbow to elbow.
Tell me this.
Everyone in the Army is on a contract. Tonight, the recruits will sign up for 6 or 8 years. It's a big step, and they all need to be sure they want to do it.
Become subject to military law.
Sergeant, sign there, place a 1 in front of September.
Richardson has never had any doubts, and he's one of the first up.
Right, move over there and start moving on.
I'll read through a phrase.
By the end of this second day, 2 people have already pulled out. But no second thoughts for the Maori recruits.
Solemnly promise and swear.
Solemnly promise and swear
that I will be faithful.
I will be faithful.
And that I will loyally observe.
And I will loyally observe.
And obey all orders of Her Majesty.
And obey all orders of Her Majesty.
Her heirs and successors.
Her heirs and successors.
And that I will faithfully serve in the New Zealand Army.
And that I will faithfully serve in the New Zealand Army.
Okay, you can sign at the signature block there. Congratulations. Welcome to the New Zealand Army.
Coming up, Our 6 face the one challenge they dread most.
Basic routine was a bit of a problem to start with, to get into. But now we've just got the handle of it.
Sometimes when I talk to people, people out on the street, I'm standing to attention and I don't really have to, so that's really got into my head, yeah.
Started doing some more interesting things. We actually started with weapons and out in the field and running around a bit more rather than just doing our marching, which they really stuck into us for the first 3 weeks.
The recruits are a quarter way through the course. About a dozen have dropped out, but our 6 are still present and correct. And today will be their first time using live rounds, something that causes a little apprehension. They've been practicing with their Steyr rifles using blanks, so live rounds will be a big test.
Who didn't bring their gloves today?
The cold won't make the day any easier.
So wear them today, eh? The only time you're not going to wear them is when you get on the mound and you start firing. Make sure you keep warm at all times.
On the left-hand side, 20-round magazines. On the right.
The recruits will fire twice, and they must get a pass or a skilled pass to qualify on the weapon.
Hey, moving the whip 1 millimeter.
Today, the reality of their duties as soldiers really comes home.
Yeah, the difference between you killing somebody and you not killing somebody.
Stop it.
Our 6 will need all their warrior spirit today, so they concentrate on the drills.
I'm left-handed, so I have to go either over the weapon and cock it, or under the weapon and cock it, and it's like sticking, so I'm like just working it to like get it a bit easier to pull.
Where's one section? Roll 361. Pardon?
Yes, Sergeant.
Sergeant Redcliffe.
Totoro is one of the best marksmen in his platoon, so he's confident taking his first shots of the day.
There's a few little minor places here and there where you have to like take your time, get sure, know what you're doing. Otherwise, they'll kick you off, give you a growl, and then send you back to the sergeant. Sergeant will give you a growl and come back again and wait for the next turn to get a growl.
Clear.
Kadeko has been waiting all morning to shoot. And maybe some nervousness is starting to show.
Watch the left.
Lunch over and the last shooters are on the mound. The drills are designed to teach the recruits how to deal with blockages and failures in the weapon.
Right, disappear at the back there, eh?
But Kadeko has a problem. The rifle won't go off automatic. It's firing too many rounds.
I went to go fire some rounds off, and I had no semi, so it wouldn't fire one shot at a time. It just fired automatic. Circle there, that's on single shot or semi-automatic. And when you put it over 2, it's automatic. And you'll fire off about 3 to 4 rounds every time you pull the trigger.
He'll have to get it fixed because he must qualify today if he wants to keep up with the others.
Hopefully, problem solved. I guarantee it wasn't his fault.
Last to shoot, last to qualify.
Good. Pass.
A pass?
Yeah.
Average or skill?
A skill pass.
Skill pass?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All the recruits spend a few days on the marae. For those not familiar with tikanga Māori, it introduces them to marae protocol and the role it plays in army life. Today, the platoons of Alpha Company learn firsthand about the marae by performing a welcoming porphyry for the recruits of Bravo Company. Bravo Company has its own welcome.
We have had a long line of very proud, very brave warriors that have come through the army and have proven that New Zealand does hold a true warrior culture. The Maori culture has featured always on the battlefield. We've seen many examples of that true fighting ability.
Many of the non-Maori recruits have never been on a marae before. And here all soldiers are encouraged to think of this place as their own. And everyone has to learn the army haka. It was specially written for the army and is only ever performed by soldiers in uniform. Equality in the army is underlined by women doing the haka as well as the men. Parents and friends are only allowed to visit after 4 weeks. So this will be the first time since the course started that families have been able to get together. And it's a special day for Heppy, because his mum has brought along Paige, his daughter. It's her birthday, and they're waiting for partner Melissa before they all spend the afternoon together. A quiet Sunday before Heppy begins a major part of his training tomorrow. Mastering grenade throwing can be one of the most daunting tasks to face the
Hold in the
recruits.
safety lever. Once you got it right through, just split the end a little bit, a fraction. Like so.
Throw grenade! I hated the grenade throwing. It's because I wasn't in control of it. It was something that I was holding in my hand, and if I made a mistake, then it would go boof on my hand.
Grenade! Oh. Down! Now yes, you two up. Up! Wait till I say up.
The training starts with blanks, but we'll soon move on to the real thing.
You're under pressure?
Like all weapons, they have to understand them well.
Right! It's all has to be done in the likely area where you're throwing it. You got 4 to 5 seconds, you'll see it stop. Once it stops, then you'll drop your head down into cover. Finger through!
With grenades, the thing is getting it as far away from you as possible.
Not in there.
The targets will be cardboard cutouts that are usually referred to as George. But the memory of a recruit and instructor killed on the grenade range means that the business today is very serious.
Good luck, Kariko.
It's practice grenades first, and Kariko leads off his platoon.
Number 1, ready!
Don't pull the bail yet. Look. Bail.
They've been learning the drills for days. But even throwing a practice grenade can be tough on the concentration.
Grenade!
Up! Change round!
There you go.
McKinnon waits for her live throw. She's worried about her grenade landing too close to the bunker. And the sound of close explosions won't help.
Down!
Ratapu is also worried about her throw.
Don't lob it. Down!
But she gets the best shot of the day.
Put your back against the wall. And look up there.
While she's waiting, McKinnon has to concentrate on the person throwing in case the grenade veers off course. And she's still worried about her throw.
It's just the distance that I'm really worried about, because I've got a girl's arm, I suppose you could say.
Ready! Hold on to it.
Throw!
Back.
Grenade!
Down!
George survived, but McKinnon did okay.
Well done.
All our 6 recruits survived today, but coming up, there's a dangerous surprise for one of them. Paradise Valley, Week 8. This is the beginning of the recruits' biggest and last field exercise of the course. It'll be a week on the tussock, digging holes in the ground and living in them. It will be tough work for the first couple of days, and the weather reports are bad. Some recruits are already finding the going hard. Is the warrior spirit wearing thin?
This is the hardest thing I've done in my life.
Okay, basically what we've got here is an L-shaped pit. We've got a sleeping bay off to that side and a sleeping bay off to the front here. Oh, this will be the only L-shaped pit, and the next one that they're digging now is a V-shaped pit, which is the gun pit. That'll have overhead protection on it. We put our packs down the bottom end, sleep in there, and we fight in the open area here.
Paradise Valley was the original site of Waru, but it never did live up to its name.
Welcome to Paradise Valley here in the lovely tropics of Waru.
Now that the bad weather has moved in, it's important that the positions are finished quickly. Hot meals will come from the camp twice a day, but the recruits will be on ration packs for lunch. The recruits are supposed to have a warm meal at lunch, but there are other ways to survive the great outdoors.
We also have music bars for the field as well.
By the end of the first day, half the positions are finished. And under camouflage, they blend perfectly into the tussock. Day 2. It rained during the night, and it's cold, so the hot breakfast is welcome.
Use a spoon, it's like a shovel. More food on the spoon, quicker you get fed.
I get really cold. I'm actually cold, real cold now.
Use the soap and
Got
water down
heaps
there.
of layers of clothing on, which is helping quite a bit. And just like drink hot brews all the time. You should be alright.
We were underground last night. We got a gun pit dug in, so we were all right. Everyone else was sleeping in their hoochies. It's been a bit of a pain in the ass with the weather, but you know, it's all part of the game, really.
Above the valley, a firing line has been set up to test the recruits' patrol techniques. They'll be scouting a trail and firing live rounds at targets. They have to shout what they see to the rest of the platoon.
One load enemy.
But Kariko needs a lesson on shouting army style.
If you don't tell me what the hell's happening up front, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was standing about 2-3 feet away from you and I couldn't even hear you. But on our way down here, I want to hear you yell out, contact front, one enemy, left-hand side of track. Do you understand? I'll show you. Run.
Contact front! 5 meters! Left-hand side of track! One enemy! You understand? Go! I can't hear you. You yell it out, that's what I just told you! Now hurry up! 20 meters!
Down in the valley, it's urgent now to get the rest of the troops dug in. Work will continue into the night until everyone has cover.
We're just trying to fix up this gun pit before we go to bed, and sentry starts now. The gun will be manned by 2 for the rest of the night until 5:30.
Hurry up, team! If you want the soup, come and get it. It's probably the only thing that's going to keep you going tonight.
You up here, another
Tip
couple
that out.
of
There's dirt in there. Pull from there.
Right that way.
Where is your where the jacket?
Who missed out on that? I missed out on soup because
Most of the troops are under cover now. And although it's uncomfortable, just about everyone is surviving the night. But Kareko's in trouble.
I've just seen Kareko to bed, bit wet, bit cold. I've basically seen him to bed straight away because he's starting to get the shakes on, bit concerned about him, so I'm just going to go check on him now. Have a look, man. Okay, I don't want any of your wet kit in your sleeping bag with you, okay? It'll just suck your heat. Get it down, Yate. I'll come and check on you later.
Overnight, the rain stopped, and the day looks like it could be clear. Kareko was almost pulled out to the field hospital, but he avoided hypothermia and stayed on the position all night.
Took me a long time to get warm last time. Forgot I was underground when I got up this morning. Got up, pong, hit my head on the corrugated iron the other day.
But the rain comes back, and a decision has to be made about the safety of the troops in the field.
What I've decided to do because of the weather conditions is to take everyone back to camp. We will endeavour to get their kit dried out today. We had 1 or 2 people go down, or wrong, more than 1 or 2 go down last night with the cold and with the wet. We could operate by day, but we're going to have the same problem again tonight if we don't get them back and get it dried out.
we were facing this way and we had steps, and it just sort of, all the weather's coming from the north, and it just went straight down the door and into the pit, into the sleeping bay, and it was about this deep in water. Just found ourselves floating, and our boots floating away. So.
The exercise has taxed all the recruits, but it will be nothing compared to their upcoming last and most grueling day of all. The last weekend of the course, but Kareko won't be part of it. He's been discharged because he hasn't been able to meet the Army's minimum standard. It's unusual for someone to get this far and not finish, but it happens. He could try again. Something to think about on the long bus ride home.
One step back.
For the rest of the recruits, this will be the most testing day of the course, perhaps of their whole Army careers.
This test is a test, okay? This will be recorded as a pass or fail, and it'll go down on your course report. Make sure you stay together as a section, okay? The time will stop when the last person crosses the line.
Over the next 8 hours or so, they will be judged on both fitness and Army skills. They will use everything they've learned, and they'll need every ounce of strength their bodies can muster. The day starts with a 12K forced march. Success today will depend on fitness. It sometimes worries the female recruits, but not McKinnon.
You join the Army and, you know, it's 75% male. You're here to be a soldier, so it's sort of a challenge in a way, because then you have to keep up with the boys and you have to strive to their fitness and their marching and their press-ups and that sort of stuff. So it's a challenge in a way, yeah.
And McKinnon has her first challenge for the day.
When did I start moaning, guys?
No, 6K.
6K what?
6, 7K mark.
Hard work.
There will be about a dozen obstacles designed to test physical strength and perseverance.
Quickly. Stamina, fortitude, what you're after.
Next obstacle.
Let's go, one section.
Everyone has to complete the obstacle before the rest of the section can carry on. Ratapu has managed the full climb before, but today, despite plenty of advice from her mates, it's tough going.
Get up, bro. Legs down, Ratapu. Legs down.
One more. Go to the rear.
One more. Yeah, wait back. Yeah, cool, man. Come on, McKinnon. Knees right up, right up.
Bring the knees up to the chest.
Come on.
Go ahead, McKinnon.
Go, Ratapu. Go. Lock
it. One.
McKinnon and her section have made it halfway.
Stretchers, we've got the stretcher over there, which has got 6 sandbags.
No one's dropped out yet,
Over here, we've got 5 sandbags.
but the strain is starting to tell.
Down on the knee quickly. Lift.
And no one gets to play the patient.
And let's go. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in.
By the end of the day, it's a matter of finding the easiest route and forcing strained muscles onwards.
Come on, Graham.
It's a time trial, and now the pace is forced.
That's it. Go, Brett. Get up, McKinnon.
That's right, almost there. Go.
Up here. Get her up. Use your hand.
Don't worry.
Let's go. Get up here.
Push me out, guys.
Let's go, get over, Kipper. Go, King.
Go home.
Easy.
Let's go. Come on.
Chin side on. Get your legs up. Let's go down to the beam.
All right.
Let's go. Go. Also.
The day is very hard on some people. Recruit Lasky has been feeling strained for some time.
Down. Roll over it. Doing well. With your bum back down.
Her breathing is becoming laboured.
Big heart. Go on, just one more. One more pull and I'll be able to reach you. Okay, come on. Let's go.
Pull out of here.
Go on. Oh, you're all right? Go on.
Push her. Come on. Get down lower. Very good stuff, boy.
Good stuff, like you do.
Only 2 obstacles left, and McKinnon can see the end in sight.
Push it up.
Come on, Leslie.
That's the one. Here, I'll push you. Ready? Go. Breathe in.
It's been a hard day, but medical help is on hand if Lasky needs it. McKinnon's section has all finished together.
Come on, let's go.
And despite her injured foot, she can still run it out to the end.
Let's go.
Lasky recovered and was fit enough to join the other recruits at the course finale. March Out Day. The course is over, and more than 150 of the 178 people who started 12 weeks ago will graduate today. They get to show off their new uniforms and are keen to get everything right. For For many parents, it's the first time they've seen their kids in 3 months. And they'll notice a few changes.
Check each other's brains, make sure they are. Billy on your head.
From here, the recruits will be sent to different parts of the army to continue their training. But today they're on parade for proud parents.
Excellent effort, this is your parade. Make yourselves proud. Make the families proud. Those families who are here.
The course suffered some dropouts over the 12 weeks, but all the women who started finished. And all 4 awards for most improved recruits went to women. Totoro picked up the drill award for his platoon. All the recruits look back on an experience that changed them in many ways.
I just feel a lot more confident in myself, not as shy as I was when I first came here, not nervous anymore. Like, I could actually get up in front of a whole group of people and actually talk.
Things that we've learned these 12 weeks and retained and set us up for is pretty exciting, actually.
I'm changes through a lot. My mum's going to be really angry with me when I get home. Probably slap my mouth.
When I used to be at home, I used to be real lazy. I used to come across as a lazy person. But now I could see myself going home and actually doing something, like doing work and helping out.
It's changed me in, like, for myself, my attitude-wise, helping others more often, instead of sticking to myself, working as a team.
About 30% of our army is made up of Maori. Our recruits will join them, marching in the footsteps of warriors who have gone before them.